Hello and welcome to the V10 R-League, the debrief from the last round of the group stages with me, Rachel Stringer, Ben Daly and Nick Hamilton. This is where we get to pull apart all the action on track. Before we head into the business end of things, the playoffs, which is coming your way next week. Guys, let's delve straight into the first matchup then. Redline taking on Aston Martin. 2-1 in the end to Team Redline. Lucas Blakely, he said, all or nothing. He was either going to finish first or sixth, wasn't he, in that team race? Drama everywhere.
Yeah, I think it was spurred on by the incidents in the relay race beforehand and stewards' decisions not going their way. So they weren't happy with the conduct, and so they had an all-in attitude, and we certainly saw that down at Turn 1 in Monza.
Yeah, absolutely. But let's talk about Team Redline. Dominant once again, Nick, weren't they? Just kind of performing when they really needed to.
Yeah, pretty much faultless, which is what we're used to seeing from Team Redline. Obviously, we know that they can make the odd mistake, but so far they've been definitely the strongest team in the group, and their results show that.
Yeah, let's move on then to Red Bull and R8G. That was 2-2. That was a draw in the end, meaning none of those teams go through to the playoffs, which is so disappointing to see, Ben.
Yeah, it was really disappointing from a Red Bull standpoint. They won the first 2 points in their matchup, and then they kind of just started to lose momentum, and RAG were really, really strong at their home circuit, that being Silverstone. Obviously, they put Redline to the sword in one race. So, yeah, they definitely have a surprise in them, and it was, I guess, great from their end to see that they could fight with a big team.
Because Nick, Graham Carroll said it was about his mistake on track that cost him, but it wasn't about that, was it? It was early doors, the mistakes that came earlier on in the season. Yeah,
I've been saying it all day, and realised that it's how they came out of the blocks to start this season too. They gave away a load of points initially, and that's what put them in that predicament really, where this pairing with R8G was really important, and one mistake cost them.
But great for Romain Grosjean's team to get another 2 points. He'll be happy with that, I'm sure. Right, next matchup was Fordzilla taking on Williams. Another draw. What is it with draws on the final round of the group stages? I wanted to see absolute domination from one another. It wasn't to be, but yeah, Williams booking their space in the playoffs, which I think you were quite happy with, weren't you, Ben?
Yeah, I think it was a well-deserved performance from Williams. I think it all came down to that Martin Stefanko pit stop where he went out of the pit lane to get ahead of their rivals by literally just on circuit, but I think it came down to like 100th of a second. So that decision could have gone either way. If they would have gone too early, that would have got a penalty, and Williams would not have made it into the playoffs. So massive moment for them.
I love that Ford are really kind of, I guess, performing again when it matters, but it was a little bit too late in the day. Let's move on to that final matchup then. McLaren taking on Suzuki. Suzuki knew they couldn't actually get to the playoffs before this match even started, but McLaren wanting to top that table. Great set of matchups, wasn't it, boys?
Yeah, for sure. I just want to jump in, actually, and say I think the reason why we're seeing quite a few draws is because weaker teams, or teams that we think are going to be weaker, are actually becoming stronger and stronger. So they're actually taking points off of stronger teams.
And the pressure's off, possibly, because it's such like late in the day and they know there's nothing to play for them.
Yeah, for sure. But then you've got the likes of Red Bull, who are seen to be a stronger team than their opponent, but you know, giving away points because their opponents are getting stronger.
Yeah, you're right, Nick. The other teams do seem to be getting stronger, but unfortunately one team which maybe isn't looking so strong is Team Suzuki. They look pretty slow in comparison to McLaren Shadow. Really consistent, really fast, and James even said it in the interview. They weren't pushing overly hard, so yeah, it seems like they're maybe one of the favourites to take the competition.
Yeah, I was just looking at, you know, what the playoffs look like, and you know, you've got Team Redline and McLaren Shadow straight into the semi-finals. So to me, it shows that McLaren Shadow are definitely a top team straight away in their first season. So it's going to be really interesting. And obviously, James Baldwin reckons he's got a lot more in the tank, saying that, yeah, for the semi-finals, they can really send it.
Yeah, so I'm looking forward to it. Hopefully we can see a McLaren Shadow at some stage v Team Redline. I think that's the matchup that we're all looking forward to. But I think overall, just the playoffs is going to be really intense with everything on the line.
Well, that was it from the group stages of the debrief. We hope you enjoyed that one. And do please come back and join us when things get even more spicy in the playoffs coming your way next week. We'll see you then.